Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. A squeaky chair, I'm afraid. This is episode 11 of season 7. I don't know why I did it backwards. Season 7 episode. It just sounds weird because it rhymes on it. How is everyone doing? I hope we are all super excited. I am very excited, but also ridiculously busy, as you can probably guess. Oh, and I am being invaded by my daughter. You go say hi, Evie, like you normally do. You say hello, everyone.
Hello.
There we go. That's Evie saying hello, everyone. Thank you, Evie. You go now. Daddy's working. Good girl. There we go, and that's Evie's story. We might get invaded again. I don't know. She's on a bit of a mission tonight. She's been trying to put me in bed most of the evening. About 7:30, she took me upstairs, put me in bed, duvet over me, and turned the lights off. And then every time I tried to stand up and put the lights back on, she'd put me back in bed. It was a real struggle getting out. Actually, it was quite amusing. Oh yeah. So yeah, what were we talking about? Let's talk about Sheffield. I am very sorry about my squeaky chair. I need to oil it. It's like, if it gets annoying, just let me know and I shall have to change chair. I am so busy at the minute. There's 1,000,002 things to do before the show. Most of it's done, but you know what it's like. It's all the fine little details that are going to be forgotten and things that need printing off. Good evening, Baz. Good evening. I'll say good evening to everyone. We got Love at First Bite. We got Rose Donna, Katrina, Baz, Roger's here. I can never pronounce this one. I'm going to have to get someone to coach me how to pronounce that last one. Good evening, everyone, and I hope I haven't missed anyone. If I have missed anyone, hello. If you have any questions about Sheffield, please do ask. I've got a few things to talk about with Sheffield. First things first. I know it's Ryan, but I can't pronounce the username. No, I can't pronounce it. I know it's Ryan. How are you, Ryan? How are the ants, buddy? Are they doing well? The Fedoli are well. They were doing really well before I handed them over, so I hope they're doing well on your end. They are one of my favourites, the Fedolis, for small species, anyways. Yeah, really fun, really active, great species they are, especially when they grow. They do grow quite fast as well, which is nice. So let's talk about Sheffield. There's been a little bit of a change in schedule, and I say a little bit. We're completely changing this. I'm glad they're great. We're completely changing the schedule for the second stage on the day. There will no longer be any of the acts that were on there apart from the bioactive demonstration at the end of the day. We're going to have an ant keeping demonstration at the start of the day, and then we've got a little bit of we'll say a time filler in between, and then the bioactive demonstration later on in the day. So that is on the website. I need to change it on the Facebook, but it is on the website, so you can track it there and plan your schedule accordingly. The main stage has stayed the same with the 2 main lectures, and we have the raffle at 12:30 on the main stage as well. We will be live streaming the raffle, so if you're not attending the show, don't worry, you can still buy tickets, you can still win your prizes. They'll be sent out to you in the following days. But yeah, we'll be live streaming it. That'll be on the main stage. I believe Baz Ants is going to be doing our ant keeping demonstration in the morning at 11:30 for us on the second stage down in the second room. So that's absolutely fantastic. If you're new to ant keeping or just want to touch up on a few of your skills and see what's going on, then it's definitely worth stopping over there and having a look. What else have we got to talk about? And that's the only real major change, is we've decided to do that, and that's mainly because well, we won't go into details, but there's had to be a few changes last minute changes. Yeah. If you can get tickets, Rose Donna, please do. It would be amazing to actually meet you. You've been so supportive as well, and I know you're not far away, but I know obviously timing wise for you it's a bit of a nightmare. But if it's a nightmare this time, it's not the worst thing because we always have the Weymouth and the Bristol shows. Both of those are going to be absolutely fantastic, and Bristol is going to be, well, it looks like they're even bigger than Sheffield. Without going into too much details. Now, I will release more details on each show after each show, if you know what I mean. So we'll do the Sheffield show, and then I'll release a lot more details about the Weymouth show, and then we'll do the Weymouth show, and I'll release a lot more details about the Bristol show. Otherwise, it's just a bit overwhelming, too much information at once, I think. But it is out there. If you need information on anything, then just send me a message, and I can let you know what's going on. What else is happening? So we're open from 10 o'clock in the morning. If you've got one of the early access tickets, you can come in from 9:15. That's a 45 minutes early. We are shutting at 4 p.m. So that's pretty much everyone out the doors at 4 p.m. because we need to be fast at packing down, because I quite like to get home that side of midnight, but I doubt it was going to happen anyways. We are travelling back from Sheffield from 7 o'clock. If you're catching the bus, it will be departing Sheffield at 7 o'clock. So if you're on it or not, we will be leaving Sheffield to catch it. Basically, it gives us enough time to pack down, go grab a Mackey's or whatever we want to do, have a little bit of a rest and a breather, and then surgeries at 8. So would you PM me? Yes, I definitely will PM you, Most Dollar. That's not an issue at all. And in fact, we could possibly even drop it to you on the way back, depending on what your price is or whatever. But yeah, definitely, we'd do that. Not an issue. Yeah, Katrina, I know, we doubt it, but we can hope. But we have said to the driver, if he needs to pull over and have a nap, then that's more than fine as well. We don't want to push him to the point where he crashes, because that would be the worst case scenario. So we'll take it nice and easy on the way back. But we are departing at 7 o'clock on dot. But we'll have enough time to eat and relax after the show before we have to get going again. There's a lot of setting up and packing down to do, as you can imagine. I'm just going to point out, whilst we're here watching the fungus of the leafcutter ants, if you look in that big hole right in the center of the screen, those different kind of shiny white looking things are the baby ant larvae. And they are not far away from growing, turning into proper ants. And yeah, I think it's really cool to see how kind of full the fungus is becoming with these larvae. It's very full of brood if you're looking there into the right places. There's a lot of them on top of the population boom that we've just had with them as well. I'm super excited to take these to Sheffield. I'm going to be taking quite a few different ant colonies with me to Sheffield, as well as the ones I'm selling, obviously. But there's going to be ants everywhere. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Of course, good evening, Mantis Garden. Of course, the new trade section is completely balanced. So we've got about 3 or 4 of every type of trader, like ant and mantises and spiders and tarantulas, so on and so forth. But the rest of it is just ants absolutely everywhere. It's going to be fun. I'm not going to tell you all the different ant stuff I've got planned and lined up, but it's going to be absolutely spectacular. I really kind of poured my heart and soul into this one. I don't know. I put my heart and soul into all of them, but this is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's the first show of the year, so let's go a little bit nuts with it, What else is there to say about it? Oh, I will be closing my online store on Thursday until the Sunday, when I kind of wake up and get back with it. And that's just so that basically I know. Will people yes, cool, Most Dollar, do that, and I'll send you your ticket numbers afterwards. What was I just saying? Yeah, I'll be shutting the shop, and that's just so that people can't order stock that I potentially sell out of at the show. I don't want someone getting let down thinking they've got something coming and I actually haven't even got it in stock anymore. So I'm going to be shutting the shop, coming back, doing another stock count, and then I'll readjust everything and open back up. I think that's the best way to go about it, and that will be on a Sunday. So Wednesday to Sunday, you won't be able to order online. But obviously, if you want something, just send me a message and I will see what I can do. It will be in my hands or it will be at home and whatever. The Lacius, oh, that's brilliant. The Lacius are actually going to become really active over like the next few months, definitely. All of my Lacius colonies are starting to wake up now. In fact, most of my insects that sort of go to diapause are starting to wake up now. It's a little bit early, but that's the way of the world these days. I don't think that you can really go off old school season tracking. You know, it is what it is. What else is there? Oh, there's no stream. I'm not going to be streaming this Wednesday, just because I am so busy yet again. Like I'm just absolutely run off my feet. Still doing a few things. I need you for a little while, sometime early this week. Yeah, Mantis Garden, I can do that. Just send me a message and we'll schedule in a time, buddy. Even if I have to stay up late or wake up early or something, we'll get that done. I'm not out in a van much this week, so that will help a lot. Sadly, made the camper notice mad. Oh, what did you do to the camper notice, buddy? Yeah, I don't have. Look, I've got so much like it's mainly printing stuff off. I've only got one printer, and it takes like all day. I've literally got hundreds and hundreds of sheets I have to print off, all the health and safety stuff and all of that as well. We've decided to take paper copies with us just to make it all absolutely official. So it's taken a little while just to print all of that off, and then there's other stuff to do and then making sure I've got everything. For some reason, that bottle you gave me is super sensitive, so it's weighed like tons in the company. Oh. Right, okay. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Alright, cool, mate. Do a video, talk things about ants. Yeah, definitely. We can talk about that Mantis Garden. I'm definitely into that. And somehow the cotton ball came out. Now the queen is super scared and I'm leaving her for a week. Cotton ball came out as in what way, Ryan? If you wanna get your mum to send me some pics or something, I could probably advise you on how to sort that out. But yeah, if you've sort of upset her, the best thing to do is definitely leave her for a little while. Yeah, get your mum to send me some pics and we'll sort that out. Love at first bite, I can probably do that. I'm kind of a little bit not stuck on some forms as well, but I keep looking at them and going, oh, I'll do that in a bit. I'll do that in a bit. And it's just one of those things. I'll get round to it, you know, one thing after another. I've got like 3 or 4 videos I'm trying to get out as well before the event. So I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. A few other big things that's going on, not even related to ants, like absolutely massive things, which surprisingly enough is happening on the Friday. So I have to get everything done for that on Friday, the same day I leave for Sheffield. So it's just the absolute worst timing ever. But I should get it all done. You know what I'm like. It was loose and it came out when I took. Which cotton? The water cotton or the like end cotton? Because worst case scenario, you've just like reenacted a feeding sort of thing and opened the tube. I wouldn't worry too much, but yes, definitely leave her for a few days to a week. Excuse me. So she's really. They do have a bit of a temper, those ones as well. They do. You can definitely see it. Like they get frustrated. Hey, you former cast buddy. Thanks for coming in. How's things over there in the States? Is it cold or is it hot at the minute? Because sometimes, like in the States, you can never tell. Where you are, I'm guessing it's cold. I'm hoping it's cold because it's cold over here. You deserve it too, buddy. How are you? Yeah, good. It's been a long time. It's been too long, mate. It's freezing. That's what I like to hear. Because sometimes I speak to people in the States and they're like, oh no, it's absolutely boiling where I live. It's never cold. It's like, Michigan, that's it. Yeah, right up the top. In fact, I've got a friend who lives in Canada, and like he's one of my old gym buddies, and like it's summer here and it's snowing over there. It's brilliant. But he's a construction worker. He works up in like the scaffold towers up on skyscrapers and stuff. And I would not be doing it in the weather he does it. He just, oh, a bit of snow, it's all fun, you know. Says it in his Canadian accent. I'm not going to do a Canadian accent, but yeah, he is a bit of a legend. Oh, here comes an Eevee, possibly to invade again. And the Fedoli are doing well, and the Queen, yeah, I do like Fedoli. Fedoli are an amazing species, or genus, sorry. Um, in fact, it's not one that I keep myself. I tend to, when I get them for the shop, because they're such a pain in the backside to feed in test tube, I always look after them in like a tubs and tubes set up sort of thing myself. And I just enjoy them for that period of time until I sell them. So I don't actually own Fedoli myself, mainly because when they get bigger, they get really like they're a nightmare. Like not difficult, but you know what I mean. It's just you get a bit overrun sometimes, and I've got so many other ants. I can't have another big colony like Fedoli. Um, was that because of the size, Ryan? I expect that was the size. They are big, aren't they? They are very big. Remind me which one it was. It was the Liggies, wasn't it? I can never pronounce it. Liggy Piggies, as I call them. Or was it the Jappos or Japacanos? I can't remember which one I gave you. But yeah, no, they're all absolutely brilliant. I do love Gambos. I've got quite a few species of Gambos. In fact, they say that about my Fedoli, how I rotate them with my shop stock. Most of the colonies on my shelf, I actually do that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22 colonies. No, it's Liggy Piggies. Cat, it's just Liggy Piggies. Yeah, we got 22 colonies on the shelf that I sort of rotate colonies through. Like if they get bought, then they go in there. But basically, they're the ones that have become hard to feed in the test tubes, so they're in tubs and tubes to get sold. So make sure, but oh, former cast, you're definitely coming over 1 year. We've just been invaded by an Evie. She's come in, done a little hand wiggle, and she's off again. You're definitely coming over 1 year to sharing the ant world experience. I've literally gone nuts with these shows. They turn them into something amazing. You're going to have to come over 1 year. Plan a family holiday or something. Like, come over and check it out, man. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for Sheffield, but like Bristol in August is going to be even bigger. We've got, well, I've already got more than 5 ant shops. So at the minute, we've got 3 ant shops. So I've gone for 3 to 4 of every type of trader, like spiders, mantises, tarantulas, etc. So in Bristol, we've already got over 5 ant shops signed up. So we will be acting accordingly with the trade show. So the whole thing's going to grow already, and it's going to be good. It's going to be an absolutely amazing show. But it is a hell of a way for you to travel. So it's not like I'm going to be like, oh no, man, you're not coming to this show. You're only around the corner. Because I fully understand it's a hell of a way. Oh, your girlfriend's going to learn how to do ant keeping. Yeah. Like, she doesn't have a choice in the matter. She's going to, it's like my wife. My wife is now, like, she'll pick up the ants. She feeds things. She gets a little bit squeamish when it comes to the roaches, but generally she does a lot. And like she hated it to start with, never did nothing of it. And now it's like, well, you got to because I'm busy. And yeah, teach the women to look after your ants, and then you have more time to do like streaming and stuff, isn't it? Like it's like I don't know, share the load, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. She's getting better. She's getting better. Like I say, she's the sort of woman, right? If there was a pigeon that was too close to her, she'd scream and run away. Like, in fact, that's happened. And squirrels have ran over to her and she screams, and mantises have jumped at her and she screamed. And like, not just like a little it's more like a sort of scream. You can imagine it. But she's getting really good at it now. So I'm quite trustful that she's not going to kill everything off when I'm away at Sheffield. Thank God. It is very, very addictive watching the ants, isn't it? I can watch these leaf cutters for hours. We've just got on the fungus chamber at the minute, but if you were able to, like at Sheffield and at the Weymouth show, when you get to see them, you get to see all the pods. You get to see them cutting the leaf, carrying the leaf back to the fungus, and carrying the rubbish to the rubbish chamber. Oh yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool. And somehow, well, I have to get you on again soon. Yeah, former cast, I'd love to get on again soon and tell everyone about what we're doing. Obviously, I'm planning like multiple events every year now. I'm planning to literally bring Antkeeper to the wild world, and it is happening. You know, as we can see by the people in the chat right now, I've got a few invert people that we've converted into ant people. You know, and that's sort of the goal is to, because you know when even in like reptile and invert shows, you see you're an ant keeper, they kind of look at them and they're like they look at you and they don't really know what to say. So it's like that shouldn't happen. We should be as recognised as a tarantula keeper or whatnot, you know. So yeah, I'm bringing ants to the forefront. Yeah, and then on top of that, I'm going to bring it to the mass public and shove it down their throats, but in a polite way. But you know what I mean? That's the idea. Like draw them in and be like, look at these amazing ants, because like you say, they're addictive. And when you see them, you start getting madness garden. Thank you. You start watching them, they are super addictive to watch and so cool. And like, as much as I do love all the other inverts, ants are definitely the most interesting, like all the different things. And in fact, on top, like linked in with that, I'm going to go completely off on a random thing here, but it's not really random. It's really tied in and actually completely relevant. So I don't know why I said it was even random. So we always plan to make a donation with our shows. Our shows are non-profit. With the raffle, we split the money 50-50. Half of the money goes back into the show and half of the money goes towards the donation. And then any profit made from the show is treated exactly the same. So at this point, we are looking to make a donation to at least one ant research. And the ant research is the ant behavioral evolution research. Which Dr. Elva Robinson is sort of ahead of. There's a lot of bits and bobs to it, but I'm not going to go into that now. But it's a really cool piece of work, and it's going to, the funding is going to enable them to basically do it on a much wider scale and multilingual as well, which is going to make a massive difference. It's sort of how evolution has shaped the behavior, if that's the right way to kind of break it down into layman's terms. But yeah, it's a really interesting piece of research. So we're going to be making a massive or substantial donation towards that. Not massive, I'm not going to say that yet, but we're going to be donating 50% of all of our profits to that as well. Let's see what is managed to get the audio. If you haven't yet, I'll use it to help. Yeah, we could do that. We can for the cast. It's on my list. I'll see if I can do that tonight. If not, I'll put it on my list for very first thing in the morning. Bringing it to the top now. Cast thing up to the top there. Cool. The subscription boxes, they're really cool as well. So like, well, you know, I'm all about teaching and learning and sharing the love, basically. So it was like, what would I have wanted when I first started ant keeping? Someone helping me along. So the idea is, over the course of the year, you'll get, if you get the beginner one, you get 3 different ant colonies 3 different types of housing, everything food wise. You get fact sheets and a fact file just for a bit of fun, but the learning experience is the value of the box. You Thank you, Rita. You get to learn different ways of keeping the ants, the different methods to feed in and this and that. There's lots of really cool parts. So, like I say, it's split up into 3 sections. Each ant comes in a different section. So you get the Lasius niger to start with, and this is only in the UK currently. You get Lasius niger to start with, and then you get a type of housing for them, and you get taught about all the different, all the relevant things to that type of housing and how to feed them and all of that sort of stuff about keeping them in the test tube longer. And then you move on to part 2. Part 2 gives you flavors and teaches you all about bioactivity. You get a bioactive setup that you get to make yourself. We literally send you everything, all the foods, all the substrate. I think you need to go out and get the gravel or something like that, like a drainage layer. But that's as simple as getting gravel. We send you literally all of it for the bioactive section, and you build that and find out about like pH levels of soil and different plants and things like that. And then there's the 3rd section, which is Mesobarbarus, again, where we teach you a different method of keeping them. Again, it teaches you more like about harvester ants and that side of things. We've also got the Mesobarbarus subscription box, which is actually an in-depth look at harvester ant genus or genuses in general, because there's quite a lot to harvester ants that are different to normal ants. So there's a whole subscription box just on that, but that's only 4 months. And then there is the intermediate one as well, which comes with, like, you can choose out of a list of like 2 or 3 ants for each of the 4 sections, and then we'll help you again to split into the 3 sections, not 4 sections. You get to choose your ant over the 3 sections. You get the different stuff like heating and things like that sent to you because it's slightly harder ants. And again, it just teaches you that next level of ant keeping, sort of handy bits to know. It's good for what it is, and I'm probably going to lose money on every box, put it that way, because I'm a bloody nightmare with putting things in. Like, I just like to chuck extras in and stuff. But I love it because it's a really fun way of doing it. And like I say, it's sort of safe. I say to them, like, they're more than welcome to deviate, but if you do just stick to the boxes, it is literally all you need. Like, you don't need to spend a penny elsewhere, apart from buying maybe waxworm top-ups. But we send you waxworms, you know what I mean? But if you want to buy more or protein, then you know what I mean. Excuse me. Yeah, so it pretty much, it's everything in that little bundle every month. It's good. I enjoy doing it. It is a lot of work because I write every guide. Every month you get a guide which will tell you what to do over the next month. I write every one of those myself for every single person that's signed up individually, because everyone's at different stages, everyone's answered at different stages. So it is a lot of work, like hours and hours and hours I spend typing it up, but it is really good. And they say, like, I like doing that personal touch, because it would be all right to like copy and paste and whatever and print off like 100 of the same thing, but if you're not at that same state, then it's completely irrelevant. So I communicate the whole time. I like to know what's going on with your ants and if you're struggling with anything, and also it's a bit of a fallback if your ants kind of die and whatnot. I generally can tell you why, and we'll send you another ant colony and fix it most of the time. Yeah, it's a great way of learning, like an easier, safer way of learning. I've currently got I've got a couple of students, I'll call them students. I've got a couple of students signed up to it which have tried ant keeping before, completely failed every time, and they've now come on to the subscription boxes and they're keeping ants and they've kept them alive and they're doing really well. So You know what I mean? I'm not saying we're 100% gonna make you an amazing ant keeper, but we will definitely hold your hand and help you along the way, sharing as much knowledge as we can. That's the idea behind it, anyways. Nice to see you, anyways, buddy. It's been really great to see you, former cast. I'm thinking of doing a video log. Oh, Rose Donna, that'd be very cool. In fact, it was something I was tempted to do myself as I was sending them out, but I just never did it, to be honest. Never got around to doing it. But that'd be very cool to see what you get every month. It's sort of like the mystery boxes. The mystery boxes are awesome because it's like you choose the money that you want to spend on the mystery box, and basically I just go nuts. You have no idea what I'm going to put in them until you get it. It's like you just give me the budget, and I'm like, right, some of that, and this, and that, and some of that too. And oh no, we've gone over. You know, I always tend to go over budget, but I just enjoy it. I love the whole hobby. Yeah, I don't care for it. Let's just enjoy it. Right, so what else? I'm going to be talking about Sheffield. I am still posting tomorrow. I need to check the temperature first thing in the morning because it is like freezing temperatures around here at the moment. But I am hoping everything will go out tomorrow. I've got a big pile again sat in the hallway at the minute, to be honest. Your phone died, right? Yeah, I've got a big pile sat there ready to go out. So as long as it's not too cold tomorrow, I will be posting out tomorrow. Of course, if it is cold, there's no point in sending things because everything will just die. And, you know, 10 more. Oh God, I did a mystery box on Monday, sent out about 10 times more. It's hard not to, isn't it, Matt, this guy? Because you just, like, they'll enjoy that and they'll want some of that. And, this would be cool to do. And before you know it, you've given them 60 quid's worth of stuff for a 35 quid box. Yeah, they are very expensive, Ryan, but it's one of them. It's like if you save up and you get one, it's worth it because you know what I mean. But they are expensive in the first place. The new nests and stuff that we have are all available on the website as well, by the way. Keep forgetting to say that, but we do have them fully in stock now. We have nests and outworlds and all sorts of stuff, which is cool. But again, they are all quite expensive. I always say, just like the budget tubs and tubes setup is there for a reason. It is cheap, cheerful, and everything you need. Yeah, Bazans, I agree with that. Have you seen the mug of teas from So Many Legs? In fact, we've got a prize from them of one of their mugs of teas. And it's basically the same thing. You get a big mug and it's full of tarantula slings. And how cool is that? There's a couple of species, I suppose. Yeah, that's it, man. Let's go. I'm a bit of like I start looking around to see what else I can put in there. Make something up quick. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yes, I know, Katrina. I've got them here. It's on my list. I haven't potted them up yet because it would just be another pot to feed, to be honest. I've got them in that big box still, you know, and I'll get you out some before I get on my ways to go. I'm not going to bring many isopods. I might just bring like 2 species of isopods and then your ones as well. I might not even bring that. I'm mainly just ants, and I've got quite a lot of different stock and stuff on my stall anyways. And all the awesome merchandise and the raffle, so my stall's going to be quite busy. If there is space in the box, you have to fill it. That's it. How are the dives doing? The dives are doing really well. There's absolutely billions of them. They're not quite billions, but there's a lot, and they're just running around the second tank like nutters at the minute. I need to like keep putting more and more food in. The queens have definitely started laying the new queens, and I don't know how many there is, but they're hungry. They are very, very hungry at the minute. So I'm assuming there's loads more lava than normal, and I'm gonna have the whole thing taken over basically. Ryan, it's kind of hard to say. A bit of everything. You normally get like ant colonies to set up, some gifts, sugars. I can't tell you. You can get all sorts of stuff in there. If you look up Scott's Inverts, he did a mystery unboxing from us the other day. That's the sort of things you get in there. And I think Rose Donna, you did a mystery unboxing as well, didn't you? So there's a couple of videos out there if you want to see what you get in them. But basically, you just given me a budget to go nuts. If you get the £35 one, you'll probably get one ant colony. If you get the £50 one, you probably get 2 ant colonies. I don't know until I start filling it, and I'm like, put that in there, and I just make it as awesome as I can. But you'll get complete sets, if you know what I mean. You won't get ants without a setup to go with them, or and I won't give you like a plant without a pot, or I don't know, that doesn't make sense, or I don't know. If you get in, I don't know, you'll get lots of cool stuff. Just reminding you, just bring me a tub. We'll swap you a bucket like natives. I don't need more. I've got 18 species here at the minute, Katrina. And if I had more, like, I don't know, I suppose I'll have more. Good evening, PJ Ants. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Going to be a lot of there is a lot of isopods this year. It seems to be like the in thing this year is isopods. They're definitely expanding in the hobby. All the different species are coming in and blah blah. Got some this week, and yeah, I'm not a massive fan of other duckies. I do like the zebras. What I've want, I like the I can never pronounce them. You know which ones I've got there. I like red kind of outlined ones with the yellow dots on the top. Macula, those ones. I really like scabers and the lavas. Dalmatians are okay. Cows are okay. I don't know. I love all my isopods. Let's see, I've got about 18 species of them at the minute, and they're all pretty cool. You want myself a lot of oranges? No, I won't. Panda Kings, yeah, Panda Kings are very cool. Clowns, yeah, that is the clowns. The red outside with the yellow dots. That is the clowns. Thank you. I do like the clowns. Yeah, maculatum is zebras, isn't it? Oh, I get so confused because they've got so many names and they're almost the same. Oh, like I've got I've got the larger magic potions and I've got the littler magic potions. So it's like they're pretty much the same, but I think they're like a different genus name and the same species name. I get so confused by them. That's the one. Kalu. Thank you. That one. I like them. I like the colours on them. They're cool. They're sort of a pain to get breeding though. Like they're just really slow. Not like they're not breeding, but they're just really slow in comparison to like I don't know. If they could breed like the cows, then I'd be happy. Okay, I'll have a look at that after another first bite. Thank you. Thinking if I start looking at my phone when I'm on the stream and I go quiet and get distracted and it's rubbish. Yeah, I know, man. This guy, it's weird how it works. Like the yellow zebras. Do you prefer yellow zebras or normal zebras? I think I prefer the normals. Although the yellow ones are cool. Like, I don't know. I want to see bright blue, like electric blue. That'd be cool. Anything blue kind of looks cool, doesn't it? my rarest colony, Ryan, would probably be, I don't know, honestly. I mean, I've got Lasius emigratus, and technically they're kind of rare. There's only 6 registered colonies of them in the UK. One of them actually being on Portland. But I wouldn't say they're really, really rare. Again, acromyrmex they're not rare, but they're sort of hard to come by in the hobby over here just because of the price tag with them. But they're not rare over there. I don't really have many rare ants. The diacama, they're not too rare. No, I don't know. Don't really have many rare ants. Gargantuan are the slowest I've had for breeding. I think magic potions are the slowest I've had, and I couldn't tell you which one they are off the top of my head, Latin name wise. I'll be selling some pure red. Oh, in fact, some of my scabers, I think it's the scabers, are red and stuff. They are pretty cool. The leaf cutters are doing very well, you can see at a minute, like the brood is busting out of the fungus. There's so much of it, and the fungus is growing really well as well. It is super cool. I'm a little bit sort of obviously apprehensive about taking them with me all the way to Sheffield, 300 miles there and 300 miles back. But I'm sure it will be fine. I have planned for every eventuality. I've got heating and so on and so forth. And quite frankly, I'm not letting them more than a couple of feet away from me like the whole time. So it's just one of those. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just the travel is going to be a nightmare. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it will be fine. But it's going to be exciting bringing them to Sheffield, even if the fungus is a little bit broken up from like a speed bump or something. They'll be busy repairing it, so it's not a massive issue. And I'm pretty sure they're at a stage now where they'll be able to sustain themselves. Otherwise, I won't be doing this. I'd be crazy. They'd be able to repair it and sustain themselves quite happily. There's more than enough of them to look after the fungus. But that, like I say, that latest population boom's really taken it up in numbers. In fact, I'm having to replace their leaf so often that I did it 3 times in one day the other day, and I'm not doing a little bit of leaf. It's quite a large handful of leaf. But yeah, they're smashing it. Mantis Garden, no, I'm not going to be using heat pads because they're too unpredictable. They have to stay at 25 degrees. If it goes up to 27, it starts to kill the fungus. If it goes down to like 23, it starts to kill the fungus. So because of that, I am going to be keeping the heat cable and thermometer and all of that lot set up that I have already in use. I've went out and got a sort of industrial battery supply thing that I can plug it all into, and it will travel with us the whole way, just basically the same as if it was still plugged in at home, in theory. So yeah, it's just I've got to keep the temperature of the bus from getting too low, because then the heat cables and whatnot will struggle, obviously. But as far as it goes, it should be fine. It should be fine. Just plug it in and yeah, it should be fine. But no, it's just too sensitive to risk it with heat pads, because yeah, it is. You can imagine. So yeah, we've got several different tanks that we're going to be bringing with us, and enclosures, and lots of ants. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So many ants are going to be at this show. I can't wait. In fact, there's going to be so many ants on that bus alone. It's like, I don't know, you wouldn't want it to crash and them all to get out, would you? Now, didn't realise the fungus is really, really super sensitive, Mantis Garden. And if you get moisture on it, like water directly touches it, it kills the fungus. And it needs 99% humidity, or as close to. So you've got to have like top end humidity with no water touching it. It can be a bit of a nightmare sometimes. How big is the Queen? Honestly, I've never seen her. Katrina, what did I do? You said FFS. Tom, what did I do? Yeah, I've never seen the Queen of this colony. So it should, I don't know. I think they're quite large, like about a worker and a half, well, a large worker and a half. But honestly, I've never seen her. This is why I would be very attempt to keep them alive. Yeah, I mean, they are very sensitive to everything, and like I say, very expensive if something goes wrong as well. But it's something that I've planned for. I'm a fairly confident keeper, you know. I do my research, I know my stuff, and if something does go wrong, it's probably my own fault for not preparing properly. Yeah, Rose Donna's not able to make it, but we are all going to be thinking of her and sending our love on the day because she had surgery. Um, it is bad timing. I can't believe the doctors put it on the same day. I'm joking. I'm joking. It is very important to obviously look after your health more than going to an ant show. So if I saw you at the show, I'd be like, "Oh, get off to hospital or whatever." I don't know. But yeah, we will be sending our love on the day. Definitely, based on I think of you, you know. Um, Thank you very much, Love at First Bite, saying that. Tom, stupid thing, I would never keep them to smoke. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I keep an eye on everything on my phone, like the temperature and humidity and everything comes through on my phone. So as long as I can keep an eye on that and I can adjust it if I need to, and I've got enough power to last me the whole way there, I can charge up the battery pack when we're there, and then it'll bring us back. It should be fine. It should be. If something goes wrong, I'm insured. It'll be fine. Is there anything question-wise about Sheffield that anyone has questions? Anything that I haven't covered? Anyone wants to know something? Because this is going to be the last stream, the last time you get to talk to me live on air until the show. I will be live streaming parts of the show. I will be walking around with my phone as and when I can as well. But I can't guarantee times of the live streams apart from the one for the raffle at 12:30. Ryan, I know Sheffield's a little bit far for you, buddy, but you're going to be coming to the Weymouth show, and the Weymouth show is going to be just as good. We've got full backing from the council to go pretty nuts about it. We're gonna, yeah, I'm not going to break it into too much detail, but we're going to turn it into a really, really cool show. And it's going to be, I'm taking my biggest showcase of ants and everything, like more ants that I'm taking to Sheffield, more ants than I'm taking to Sheffield. You know what I mean? I'm taking down to the Weymouth show because it's so local. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. May the 13th for the Weymouth show, and then August the 5th for Bristol. You have heat packs. Thanks very much, Baz. I'm hoping we won't, but that is helpful. Hot water bar. I'm hoping it. I mean, the bus. I'm not going to let the bus get cold, am I? It'll be fine. You're worrying too much. Oh, yeah, it's one of them. I'm quite confident. I thought of most things. It'll be fine. It'll be fine on the day, as they say. Is that what they say? They say something. Who says it? I don't know. Someone somewhere says something like that. And it makes sense when they do. So I'm sticking with that. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Why am I going? I don't know. But right. So I am going to start heading towards the end of this stream now. Please do ask any further comments or questions. Last bits now. If there's anything you want to know, anything I've missed at all, please do mention them now. I'm gonna start saying my thank you to everyone. Yeah, Dorchester is for anyone that doesn't know, Ryan is very local to me. Very, very local. In fact, we've shaken hands. Well, we've met in person, haven't we, Ryan? You know, and he's actually got to see the ants in person, or some of them as well, which a lot of you haven't got to do. A lot of my staff haven't even got to do. So yeah, Ryan is very close to me, just so you all know. Massive thank you, obviously, to everyone for joining again. Really, Duck Race? Okay, I'm going to say a massive thank you to our sponsors quickly then. Answer Us and Valhalla. They have supported us massively. They're supporting us putting on the shows. They're supporting us with the chat shows. We can't thank them enough. Helps if I can remember how to spell duck, doesn't it? So yeah, a massive thank you to our sponsors, of course. And a massive thank you to our Patreon supporters. And we do have a new Patreon supporter as well. We have Katrina and Stacey, our long-term Patreon supporters. And we have Love at First Bite. I nearly said flight. So Love at First Bite is now a Patreon supporter as well. So a massive thank you to you for supporting what I'm trying to do. I have a duck race up. We have 8 people in the chat at the moment. So if you want to grab a duck, there is no prizes involved for this duck race. This is just for fun. If you want to get yourself a duck, all you have to do is put a number in, 1 to 8. And we will send these ducks down the river and choose a little winner. There's 8 ducks. We're going for a 2-minute duck race. Scrubbers, again, just for fun. Put your number to the chat. I think Katrina is number 7. We got Mantis Garden and Rose Donna are going to fight to the death for number 5. If that does happen, one of you just has to say a different number. Unless you do want to fight to the death, I would be more than happy. But I'm not condoning it. I'm not encouraging it. But I will stand and watch it. We have got Baz at number 4. We got Love at First Bite at number 3. Mantis at number 1. So let's have a little look at the Ducky Ducks. We have Scuba Duck. He is really good at diving, but he's not allowed to use his underwater skills in this, therefore giving him no advantage at all. We've got Stripey Duck. You got one up for Stripey ones, part of a gang usually, gang colours. You got Royalty Duck. Royalty Duck's not usually very fast, doesn't do a lot for itself. Spaceman Duck has gone 1 billion miles an hour on a space rocket before. He's used to speed. You got more gang colour ducks here in the Green Star Duck. We got Strawberry Duck. Strawberry Duck doesn't really know what he's going on. He was born half duck, half strawberry. Never worked it out. You got the other Royal Duck, does even less than this Royal Duck. And we've got Snowman Duck. If he goes too fast, he might melt. So it's going to be a real interesting race of really pathetic ducks. So without further ado, let's get them going down the river. Good luck, everyone. I'm going to turn that sound off because otherwise they quack the whole time and quack. It just drives you nuts. Drives me nuts. What duck are you? Number 7, Royal, the Big Crown Royalty Duck. You're a proper rich duck. If there's any duck to duck, eyes half stuck strawberry. Yeah. What are you, Ryan? Ryan, have you chosen a number? Ryan, choose a number that hasn't been chosen quickly. Number 8's not been chosen. Ryan, you're number 8 now. Snowman Duck. He was doing this the first time I joined us. Yeah, it's one of those, if you don't know what's going on, you have no idea. But it's great fun. We've done this since day one of these streams. Okay, Ryan's number 2. Sorted. Pink striped duck, the gang colour duck. Oh dear. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. Occasionally I do throw the odd prize in. But if I did a prize duck race, I'd never been able to start a business. At one point we were doing like 2 or 3 a night, weren't we? Big hit, these duck races. And we're coming into the last 10 seconds now. Last 10 seconds. Everyone sort of holds back for that last like 20 seconds. Get to that last 10 seconds. Go, give it your all, give it your all. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And over the line, I'll give it another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your winner is number 1. Who chose number 1? Mantis Garden. Well done, buddy. You won absolutely diddly squat. Red rum is disgusting. Red rum in disguise, yeah. I was thinking that's the horse, isn't it? Scuba day. Oh, so that was interesting. On that note, I am going to go. But there is still, obviously, the raffle still going. Plenty of chances to win on the raffle. There's 25 prizes at the minute. If you win, your prize will be sent out to you unless you're there to collect it. Some of the prizes are not going to be available to collect, like the mug of teas will be sent directly to the winner. It just saves me having to care for a load of tarantulas that I'm not qualified to care for. So I've arranged it so that when the winner is called, I will send their details to So Many Legs and they will send the mug of teas out to the winner. It makes more sense to me, let's say, trying to look after some tarantulas, and there's a few other prizes like that, but most of the prizes will be there. All the vouchers will be available. Most of the big other prizes will be there, but things like the tarantulas, I just didn't want them. But I don't know how to care for a load of tarantulas. I only have one. So yeah, it just makes more sense. You know how it is. And yeah, apart from that, I am going to love you and leave you. Thank you all for joining me for another episode of the Pit the Table Chat Show. I have no idea how many episodes we've done now. Hundreds. Probably about 200 or 300. No, I don't know. Probably about 200. Maybe. A lot. It's been great fun. Again, I always enjoy it. And you're all absolutely spectacular for keeping me entertained as much as I entertain you. So thank you. Do join me again for streams. We will be returning on. I'd forgotten the date and I should have wrote it down. I don't know why I did. Oh, I can hear the roaches. They need. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, okay. I know what they're doing. Don't do that. Not like. We will be returning to streaming on the 15th. That is Wednesday the 15th. So I will see you then, if not before. And if I do see you at Sheffield, it's going to be great fun. And if I don't see you at Sheffield, I will see you soon. I'm sure we'll get everyone to a show soon. We'll get everywhere. That's the whole idea anyways. But that's all from me for another night, I think. Yeah. If you need me, you know where to get me. I am super busy, but I will answer when I see my phone has messages and whatnot. But as always from me, I'll see you again soon, Ant fans. Good night.